Hey, what is up YouTube? Thanks for tuning into my channel, Discovering MTG, and today is a very special day. It is not only the 50th episode on my channel here at Discovering MTG, but also we've got something very special that came in the mail today. If you guys haven't already seen, I'll go ahead and give you a link to the previous episode here, and just explaining the excitement and the celebration in getting this product shipped out to me and finally arriving to my doorstep after long overdue 130 some odd days. It is finally here, and finally I can share it with you guys here on the channel. And speaking of which, the 50th episode, man, I can't believe I made it this far, and for you guys out there that have been supporting me through and through, I really appreciate it, and I just want to give you my thanks. So thank you very much. Maybe one of these days I'll break 50 subscribers, who knows, maybe I'll break 100, I don't know, but right now I've got 20 some odd, which really isn't that many compared to a lot of other content creators out there. I don't know what the algorithm is, but man, I sure am enjoying the ride that I'm taking on YouTube here, sharing the kind of content that I really enjoy and love, which is Magic the Gathering. Without further ado, let me go ahead and bring this this box right over here. So this arrived at my doorstep just a day ago, and finally I've managed to come around to edit and upload the video for you guys to enjoy. I've already gone ahead and pen or taped out my pertinent information here, and then we're just gonna check out the specs on the box. It's a very plain box. Like this. Of course, obviously, I picked up the Theros Stargazing Bundle provided by Secret Lair, and that shipped out by ScaleFast. That's a partner association with Wizards of the Coast. I believe on their logistics side. But anyways, through back and forth over a course of 135 days of emails and, hey, where's my product, and all this mess that's been happening around the world, it is finally here, and I'm so glad to bring it and show it off with you guys here today. Alright, so without further ado, where's my trusty knife? We got it right here, and schnitty schnit schnit. We're gonna get cutting into this box here. Man, I've been waiting since the mid-February. It is now mid-July. Oh my gosh, where have my days gone? Just waiting for this thing, and I just poked myself. That's why you always got to be safe out there, guys, whenever you're handling, those weapons or anything dangerous. All right, pay attention. Whoa, there's my packing list right there. So, did not know. I'm going to go ahead and blur that out for you guys. But looks like we got ourselves our Theros booster pack. This is the, apology from ScaleFast and Wizards of the Coast because it took so long. Some lucky people out there actually managed to get a whole box of this, which pretty much paid for their bundle. Yeah, and that was a big mistake on the logistics side of Wizards of the Coast, where they weren't advised that a whole collector box was not supposed to go in the Theros Stargazing Bundle as a sort of a, I guess, like, what do you call it? Like an apology, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. When you go to a restaurant and they don't give you what you want, they give you a compensation. There we go. We got there. All right, so it's sort of like a compensation to, waiting so long. But yeah, we got this right here. We'll set that to the side, and we'll pull all of the products out. We got Theros Stargazing Volume 1 right here. Volume 2, Volume 3, we got ahead of ourselves, Volume 4, and then Volume 5. Alright, and if you guys haven't already noticed, I'm going to stack these like Legos. Boom! This is my Magic Fest Heliod Sun Crown playmat that I received in my Command Fest Commander Edition bundle from Channel Fireball. Go ahead and check out Channel Fireball. I believe they're downsized to a bundle that's like $99.99. I'll go ahead and provide that link as well there. But yeah, Magic Fest New Jersey popped off at the beginning of the year before all the shenanigans happened, and now we've got our Theros Stargazing Bundle. So we've got our bundle here. We're just gonna start with the first one. I was just thinking, you know, what's the best way to do this? And you know what? We're just gonna get right into it. So we're just gonna move these over here off to the side, just like so. We'll keep them in order so that I can just pick them up and go like that. So 2, 3, 4, and then we got number 1 right over here, and then we'll finish off with this pack over here. I picked these up. I really enjoy these Dragon Shield 60 count sleeve products, especially the matte, because they got that grittiness when you shuffle. For like a draft limited environment, so I always keep one of these boxes in hand, you know, handy, just in case my LGS wants to kick off on a draft. Then I can just pick this up with my life pad and a pen, and you know, be off on my way. So we got the Secret Lair drop series, and the reason why I pulled this out is, you know, because obviously we've got foil mythics in here. We gotta sleeve them, right? I'll pull out a stack like so as we go along, maybe like that. You know what? There's 3 in this, so we'll just do it already. All right. Yeah, I can already tell this is gonna be a long video, so you guys go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment. You know, if you want to tap that notification bell, go right ahead. You'll get your notifications. And let's see, let's inspect this product right here. We got magicthegathering.com, designed by Richard Garfield. In questions, you go to your support wizards. This was a product in 2020. Contains 3 cards, which really isn't true because they also have a special card in here, a Planeswalker stained glass card. And that's the biggest gamble with these secret layers, man, is everyone knows by now you're not only purchasing what's in that secret layer product or bundle, but you're also getting that, you know, mystery card of Planeswalker stained glass. And now if you picked up on that summer super drop, man, you're gonna get one of those special lands. And speaking of which, I did order the Ultimate Edition Secret Lair special lands, so I'll be opening that on the channel here in due time. Let's go ahead and just rip into this like so. Ooh, yes sir, yes sir. I love my gods, man. I was just gonna buy a whole booster box of, like, you know, Born of the Gods, Theros, and what's the other one? Ooh, I forget the third one in the block. Man, it's on the tip of my tongue again. All right, so we got this secret layer right here, and you just got that nice packaging with that nice matte treatment on the box style right there. We got Theros Stargazing Volume 1. I believe this is the white. So it goes, Volume 2 is blue, Volume 3 is black, Volume 4 is red, and then Volume 5 is green. So Theros is leading the way right here, and it just opens up nicely like such. It's like, all right, it's kind of sticky since it's new. Yes, that's what she said. Is that right, or is that right? Ooh, that's stuck. Oh, there it goes. Yep, you guys see that? Packaging kind of struggling with me, man. All right. Anyways. Oh yeah, that thing is brand new. Yep. The glue's still sticking. Man, they were probably really rushing to get these out the door. We got Heliod's Sun Crown right off the top. And is there that? Yes, it's upside down, so we'll show that later. Just pull the goods out. And we don't know what we're gonna get. I can already see the curling on here, like Pringles. And with these, you just kind of pull this tab right here. And if you don't want to damage your stuff, man, like this plastic is really sharp. So just go ahead and bend it back, and bend one side back, and then just let that slide right out like such. Or else you're gonna be fighting it, and then end up damaging your cards. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Jeez, if I can, we'll set these down right there. Oh my God. All right, we'll get there, guys. All right, set those down. Put this away. Put that away. Get that out of the way. Oh, haha, just in the nick of time. Caught that. See that? On clutch. All right, we got Heliod, God of the Sun. Man, look at that curling on there, though. That is ridiculous. Look at that. You guys see that? How curled they are? Jeez. Come on, Wizards. Legendary enchantment creature god. It's a 5/6 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion is white is less than 5. Heliod isn't a creature. Can you guys even see that from the glare? My lord. Alright, let me adjust the light. There, that's better. Much better. Right. Focus. And then other creatures you control have vigilance. You can pay 2 colorless and 2 white, create a 2/1 white cleric enchantment creature token. And then we got Karametra, God of Harvest, 3 colorless and Selesnya. It's a legendary enchantment creature god, 6/7 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion to green and white is less than 7, Karametra isn't a creature. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may search your library for a forest or plains card, put it into the battlefield tap, then shuffle your library. Perfect way to ramp. Alright, for those enchantment builds. And then we got Aroas, God of Victory. Man, look at that. 2 colors and Boros. It's a legendary enchantment creature god. All of these are legendary enchantment creature gods, so I'm going to stop saying that. It's a 7/4 indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7, Aroas isn't a creature. And these legendary creature gods are so powerful, man. You got to have that devotion out there in order for them to kick off and start, beating in on the ground or, above. I don't think any of these have flying, but creatures you control have menace and then prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Wow, so it gives indestructible or prevention, which is a little bit different from indestructibility. So we'll go ahead and sleeve these nice foils up. Happy to add these to my collection. I am so happy that they're here and I get to share them with you guys today on the channel. Alright, and from, of course, War of the Spark, we've got our stained glass. Man, look at that curling. I just can't get over that. I'm so upset about that. But I digress. Oh man. As soon as I say I'm mad at you, Wizards, and then, this is what they do. They just like wave some candy in front of my face. Like, here, look at this. We got Teferi Timer Albert, one of the best planeswalkers you can get in stained glass treatment. We got 1 colorless and Azorius colors, legendary planeswalker Teferi with 4 loyalty on it. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast the sorcery. Highly played in standard. That's about to rotate out here in the next set. And then +1 is until your next turn you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash, and then his neg 3 is turn up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, draw a card. And I believe they still play this in Pioneer and maybe even in Commander EDH. So that's for our first Volume 1 of Secret Lair Drop Series, Theros Stargazing. We're going to move on to Volume 2, just getting right into it, man. Like, we're not going to stop because we've already wasted enough time. There's no sense in waiting any longer. If I could, I'd just snap my fingers and poof, have all of this right here just showcased for you guys. Gonna move that to the side. Can we take this off nicely? No, you can't. So we'll just take it off like this. Ooh, and it's made in the USA, and it's got the date stamp on there. We got Theros Stargazing Volume 1. Oh, that one opened up, sweet. Very nice and convenient for me. Alright. Pull that out. Pull this out. I think the next one we want to get is, which one is the next one we want to get for our stained glass treatment planeswalker? This is kind of difficult. Alright. Slide those out right there. Now we'll put this back. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Maybe Nicol Bolas. Yep, I wouldn't mind me getting a Nicol Bolas. We got Thassa, God of the Sea, 2 colorless and a blue. She's a god, a 5/5 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1, and then pay 1 colorless, 1 blue. Target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Great way to get in with some commander damage. And then we got Ifara, God of the Polos, 2 colorless, Azorius. It's a god, 6/5 body, indestructible. And then you need devotion white and blue of 7 to be a creature. At the beginning of each upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control last turn, draw a card. And then Krufix, God of Horizons. Man, you got 3 colors, Simic colors, 4/7 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion to green and blue is less than 7, Krufix isn't a creature. You have no maximum hand size. Like a Reliquary Tower on a huge ass stick. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. Wow. So like your mana doesn't get wasted as you move into your phases of the turn. For example, if you were to float some mana, you could at least have colorless up and running, so that you can use it maybe like, I don't know, second main. Cool, man, that's really cool. All right, so we're moving into blue, and then I believe black will be our next. Oh, nice! Wow, wow! Oh my gosh, I don't know if they're just trying to spoil me, but wow, yeah, this is the best uncommon you can get. I don't even know how much this one is. I'm sure it's close to Teferi's price tag there. Narset, Parter of the Veils, 1 colorless, 2 blue, legendary planeswalker Narset with 5 loyalty. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. And then her neg 2 is look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And this is played throughout all, formats. It is a staple for blue control. Wow, I can't believe I just pulled the Narset, Parter of Veils in stained glass treatment. That is amazing. Yeah, that was like off, not even on my mind, but we pulled it. We did it here today on the channel, guys. Hopefully we can keep this roller coaster ride going, and then show you the spicy pulls. This is so great. I mean, it's such a great feeling, to just actually finally open this up, like I've been saying. Hopefully you guys out there have actually secured your bundles, opened them up, and are sliding them into either your EDH decks or whatever have yous, your binders for trade or whatnot. If not, go out there and pick up the singles, man. Erebos, God of the Dead. We're moving into black here. Ooh, and this one's stuck with that adhesive there. Don't damage it. Wow, that adhesive is really sticky. The other ones just came right off, man. Okay, there we go. Look. It's like it even ripped off the paper there. I might have damaged the card. Alright. Just move that aside. Get these cards out. Hopefully safely. Not damaged. They're already curled, so not sure about that aspect of card quality. But let's see here. All right, and we'll get this back inside. Just have a nice, clear, clean area to work with. I should get one of those double playmats, shouldn't I? And you know what? Let's switch things up. Since we're kind of like intermission, halfway point. We got Kaya, Bane of the Dead. Wow. This one's not that great. And look how sticky that stuff is, man. It's like a booger. Alright, yuck. Alright, Kaya, Bane of the Dead, 3 colorless, and Orzhov, times 3. Legendary Planeswalker Kaya, 7 loyalty. Your opponent's, her static ability right there. Your opponents and permanents your opponent's control with hexproof can be the target of spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. And then neg 3, exile target creature. Nice way to remove. Probably good in a limited environment, but don't really see that being played unless you're like playing Super Friends and just trying to throw a filler for a slot. Erebos, God of the Dead, 3 colorless and 1 black. Creature God, 5/7 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion to black is less than 5, Erebos isn't a creature. Your opponents can't gain life. His 1 colorless, 1 black activated ability is pay 2 life. Draw a card. Nice way to draw cards in black. And then Phoenix, God of Deception, for 3 colorless and Demir, God, 4/7 body, destructible. As long as your devotion to blue and black is less than 7, Phoenix isn't a creature. Creatures you control have tap. Target player puts the top X cards of their library into their graveyard, where X is this creature's toughness. Man, look at that foiling treatment on there. And then lastly, we got Athreos, God of Passage. Man, one colorless and Orzhov right there, creature god, 5/4 body, indestructible. This is one of the best gods out there. As long as your devotion to white and black is less than 7, Athreos isn't a creature. Whenever another creature you own dies, return it to your hand unless target opponent pays 3 life. And this is great for those Athreos taxes decks, or not Athreos, like taxes, right? Orzhov taxes, right? I actually have a commander deck built around Athreos, God of Passage, which is pretty nice. Right. Oh, look at that. Man, that is heading to sleeving these as such. We got so much stuff going on, man. The hype right here is insane. This is one of the best bundles that Secret Lair has actually put out there, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just, you know, just the sheer value. And how did this sort? Let's just try to keep them in order like that. You know, just the sheer value that they're pushing out, you know, is just amazing. So yeah, so going into volume 4 right here, we're going into red color schemes. I think Perforos is running red in the god blocks. Oh, and you know, it wasn't the third set of the block, which I was trying to mention earlier, and I believe the set was called Journey into Nyx. Yeah, it's been so long, man. Sorry, you know, it happens, right? After you know, just pump and dump the information. Well, after you just learn the information, you just pump and dump it because you don't need it anymore. So, you know, that's what happens. Sometimes I get these brain farts. So please forgive me while I pass gas. All right. Speaking of gas, there we go. Perforos, God of the Forge, man. Red has some gas. That is for sure. We got this one. No struggle there with that. Looks like that method was the easiest out of all. And then just clearing the table as soon as possible. Opening that up for our Pringles chips here. Red color scheme. Nice. Set those down. Move that out of the way. I'll deal with all that other stuff later. Ooh, focus. Focus. There you go. Alright. Perforos, God of the Forge. 3 colorless, 1 red. It's a 6/5 indestructible god. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5, Perforos isn't a creature. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Perforos deals 2 damage to each opponent. And then his 2 colorless, 1 red activated ability, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Nice, that is super dope. Oh, Mogus. I've had a couple of buddies build around Mogus right here. God of Slaughter, 2 colorless, and Rakdos, 7/5 indestructible. As long as your devotion to black and red is less than 7, Mogus isn't a creature. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Mogus deals 2 damage to that player unless they sacrifice a creature, man. Really putting you into a corner right there. It's either you eat the shock or you sack something. Yeah, really nice nice way you can build around Rakdos right there. Keranos, God of Storms, man, and this has been a staple sideboard card in Izzet in Modern. 3 colorless and Izzet colors right there. It's a 6/5 god, indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue and red is less than 7, Keranos isn't a creature. Reveal the first card you draw on each of your turns. Whenever you reveal a land card this way, draw a card. Whenever you reveal a non-land card this way, Keranos deals 3 damage to any target. And you're either going to get bolted or you're going to get that draw power, which is, you know, probably going to, you know, putting you so far ahead that you're just going to win the game and your opponent's going to scoop, or, you know, you're just going to go into damage right there. Or draw into something that you need to win. Man, Keranos, God of Storms, just, wow. That's a good card right there. I'll probably have to switch that out. I got him in my Through the Breach Emrakul Izzet control deck. Runs like Blood Moon and Snapcasters and all sorts of cantrips. I'll probably switch the regular version I have of him out for that version because that's just super neat. It looks like we ran out of pink matte dragon shields. Pull some more out for this next box. And then sleeve up Perforos right there with that hammer sledge that he's got just ready to hit somebody over the head with. Now for our stained glass, man. This is our second to last stained glass. Boom, we got Samut, Tyrant Smasher, another uncommon. I don't know what is it with these uncommons, man. Where's my mythics? 2 colorless and Gruul colors right there. Legendary times 2. Legendary Planeswalker Samut, 5 loyalty. Her neg 1 is target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. And then, well, you can actually scribe with that. That's probably the green side of the Planeswalker. And then our last bundle, man, we got green here. Secret Lair drop series. Probably Nylea, that god who's running green. Right there, Devotion. I'm gonna slide that out easily. I like, trying to keep my my MTG products in pristine condition, even though if I'm still opening it, regardless, I love to like just keep the wrapper just in case I want to like resell it. At least I want to give that person who I sell it to next, or whatever new home that it finds, that nice look to the product, as it moves on to the next owner. But yeah, that's just something I've always been doing. I just like to keep my stuff in as pristine condition. Ooh, this one's sticky too. Hopefully it's not a... Holy crap. Yeah, that one's super sticky. There we go. Yeah, we'll just set that right there. Take that out. Yeah, like I was saying, like with like collecting and stuff, you learn, to take care of your cards. You pay attention to detail. You notice little nicks and dings and dents as you start adding to your collection and building your collection. And it just comes, it's like muscle memory. It's hand in hand to collecting. Nylea, God of the Hunt. That actually might be a good topic for creating a little bit of content for. I might do an episode where like, okay, this is the type of things you need to look out for you new collectors out there. And then also maybe like fakes and stuff. Like the proxy cards or whatever. That might be a good topic for another time. We got Nylea, God of the Hunt, 3 colorless and green, creature god, 6/6 body. Man, Nylea looking all hot as ever right there with the constellations. She's got indestructible. As long as your devotion to green is less than 5, Nylea is in a creature. And then other creatures you control have trample. Her 3 colorless and 1 green activate ability as target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Let's shift this down here. Ooh, Xenagos, God of Rebels, man. The god that wasn't supposed to be a god. 3 colorless and Gruul colors right there. We got a 6/5 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7, Xenagos is in a creature. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, another target creature you control gains haste and gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is that creature's power. Wow. Yep, just pumping and stomping right there. Yeah, and if you guys don't know the lore behind Theros, Xenagos wasn't supposed to be a god. It was actually some other god that's in the new Theros Beyond Death set. But yeah, man, he was just a regular dude and turned out to be a god. Pretty neat lore right there. And our last god right here, Farrakha, God of Affliction. 1 colorless and... Man, what is that color scheme right there? I'll put it down in the below side right there. The below area where I put my mistakes and my corrections and prices and what have yous. It's a god 5/5 body, indestructible. As long as your devotion to black and green is less than 7, Farrakha isn't a creature. And then that color scheme. Down below, corrections. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. Its owner creates a 1/1 black and green snake enchantment creature token with that touch. Alright. That's... Oh yeah, we gotta sleeve these bad boys up, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then we gotta show the thing with the thing over there. You know what I'm saying? Gosh. Alright. And then we'll go over all the cards again. I know there's a little bit of glare right here, just in case. And for our last showcase, ooh, we got a Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. That's not too bad. I'll take it, man. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. I think I curled it just a little bit more from trying to fight with that adhesive. Look at that. Look how sticky that stuff is. It's insane. Why would you make it that sticky? 2 colorless and green, legendary Planeswalker Vivian. 4 loyalty. Her static ability is you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. For green, man, that's insane. +1 until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. And then her -2 is look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it remains exiled, you may look at the top card and you may cast it if it's a creature card. Wow, that's just super powerful, man. I believe this is still played in standard, not as much anymore. July 2020, you know, things are changing a little bit. Core 2021 set just came out, and then we've got, what is that, Jumpstart that's about to come out. We haven't yet had the spoilers, all the spoilers of Double Masters. We've seen a handful of them, those teasers, and then they just leaked a card for Zendikar Rising, I think it's called, and then it's actually a 2-color, a black and a green. Man, correction down below of that color scheme. Nissa, so super stoked. Looks like she's kind of, you know, dipping into that black magic too. So happy to see her, you know, progressing in her Planeswalker Spark, and I feel like that set's just gonna be super powerful, and probably the power creep in that set, man, is just gonna be is gonna throw standard in a probably another direction. But we will see. Don't take my word for it. We'll see as the days go on. We've got this Theros Beyond Death collector booster. We'll just get right into this, man. I've opened up a couple boxes in the past. I'll put some links right up here if you want to go check those out. Man, we pulled some spicy stuff. One of the boxes actually had 12 mythics in it, and then another box I pulled like 6 mythics, but we did pull a giant in each box. The first one that had 12 mythics, we pulled the Rakdos color scheme one, and then we pulled the Simic one and the other. I believe his name's like Uro or something like Uro. Nexus Warden, PS Warefinder, Scophos War Leader, Nyxborn Seaguard. We got our Plains, Towering Wave Mystic, Heroes of the Revel. Oh, nice, Hydra's Growth. This card, man. If you see someone slam this card down, don't take it for granted. Dude, do not take it lightly. Get rid of this card as soon as possible if you're facing it. Yeah, if you're looking at this on the other side of the board, man, just make sure you get rid of that thing as soon as possible. Hydra's Growth, Swamp. We got a Plains. Oh, we got a Mythic for our ancillary slot. Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears, for colorless and Dimir. Legendary Planeswalker Ashiok, 4 loyalty. Her +2 is draw a card. Each player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. Her -5 is put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, which is pretty nice for blue. You get to steal something and you know, just troll your opponent with that, with their own creature. Her -11 is gain control of all creatures target opponent's control. Man, if you can get there on a -11 with Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears, that is insane. And this is, of course, comes from the Planeswalker deck of Theros Beyond Death. Oh my god! What? We were just talking about giants! Holy cannoli! We just did it! Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, man. Rakdos, legendary creature, Elder Giant. It's a 6/6 body. When Kroxa enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever Kroxa enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. And he's got that graveyard recursion mechanic of escape with double Rakdos, exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. And this is actually played in modern Jund, man, nowadays, which is insane. It's probably like a 1 or a 2 of. But yeah, he's still being played in modern, which is really, I'm really happy to see that these new standard cards are actually, you know, filtering into other formats. And that just shows, like, you know, the power creep in standard this day and age, man. It's just insane and bonkers now. And that's only the player's side. That's just the player's aspect. Where the roof of, you know, the power level is for Magic the Gathering in standard, you know? And I know the R&D team's always like pushing it, and you know, sometimes they make mistakes, and that's why cards got to get banned, and that's why we have the banned and restricted list that comes out, you know, every so often. And sometimes they make really big mistakes, sometimes they make small mistakes, sometimes they get it just right and makes everyone happy. And Kroxa, and I believe these giants are one of those cards. We got a Timurit, Calls of the Dead. I will just throw that card away because I have so many of those. The first Rowan Games. and then a Timorant Chosen from Death, and a Satire, and an Elemental token. Nice. Man, so we hit a lot of bomb cards here today. Let's go through the white. Heliod, God of the Sun, Karametra, God of Harvest, Heroist, God of Victory, and that foiling treatment on those cards is super, super neat, man. Thassa, God of the Sea, Ephara, God of Polis, Krufix, God of Horizons, and again, man, that foiling on there, just in hand, like even through the sleeves, the matte sleeves, these Dragon Shield sleeves, man. Erebos, God of the Dead, Fanax, God of Deception, Athreos, God of Passage. Yeah, man, that foiling just pops, dude. I love it. I love it. I played against a guy in EDH the other day. Perforos, God of the Forge, Mogus, God of Slaughter, Keranos, God of Storms. His EDH deck was all foiled out, dude, and I was just like so impressed. I was like, I didn't notice until he like dropped an invocation, and then he also played a like I don't know what those expedition fetch lands, and I was just like, dude, is your whole deck foiled out? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that is super cool, man. Nalia, God of the Hunt, Xenagos, God of Rebels, Farrakha, God of Affliction. Man, just the spice in this bundle right here. And then of course, you know, with that extra pack that they gave us for Apologies, we pulled a Croaks, Titan of Death's Hunger. So I'm super happy. I will take it. Thank you so much, Wizards of the Coast. And man, our extra cards here, these ones, I don't know about those. Don't even want to say their name. Teferi, Time Reveler, Narset, Part of the Veils, and Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. You guys, go ahead and just subscribe. I've got so much more spicy content coming up here in the near future. Like I said, I also picked up the Secret Lair Ultimate Edition, which is all 5 of the fetch lands that I'll go ahead and kind of review on the channel. You guys already know what they are. They're the enemy fetch lands, and the price is kind of up there. But I managed to get my hands on one of them, and so we'll go over it on the channel. Also, I've got a bunch of other sealed product coming along. We got an pre-order for Double Masters, the VIP edition, and also the regular Double Masters box that we're gonna crack on the channel. And then, you know what, I think you know, we were talking about earlier, you know, how like I didn't have that many subscribers. Maybe if I do like a giveaway, you guys, you know, give me an idea. I've got all sorts of sealed product. I think if I hit the 50 subscriber mark is when it would be a good time to actually start to do a giveaway, and then that way there can be enough people to actually join in and then partake, and then maybe have a chance at, you know, all this sealed product that I might be giving away later on down the future. But yeah, we got more to come. Like I said, you know, tap that notification bell, leave me a like. If you want, just leave me a comment. Other than that, guys, peace out, and thanks for tuning in.